Hello everyone. Welcome to more Final Fantasy XIV. I might look into that outfit later. But since I'm not going to get more pieces of it anytime soon, I think I'm gonna switch back to this outfit, you know. Gotta be sexy, right? I am a girl who likes being sexy, and that's just how it is. Nuhadin. Ha, I remember those red eyes. You're with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps, so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balshan Bazaar, and the next instant a monstrous beast poked its head up from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and his minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. It started in the markets. So let's go to the markets and ask around about what is the frick is going on. Not that anybody knows what the frick is going on, but maybe we can get some, like, answers on, like, what happened. Not so much, you know, what is going on, but what did go on. So this is Sevnarian weave. I must say, bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. Not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlayan, and like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of the ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe. One day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again, if only once. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. That was all going on. The great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. Alright. Around we go, and over to the west side of the bazaar. Zaytanur. Is something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone as quickly as it came. Interesting. Also, it is really funny that, like, there isn't actually any damage around here. Sisters, have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friends. The danger is past. At least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? But first I heard the screams. Then a horde of ravening beasts came charging toward us. One of them was huge, bigger than a mermaid, throwing people about like rag dolls, and was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You are brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray, stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that this is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar, where we might rest and review our findings. Sounds like a plan. Just making sure that there isn't anything else to pop up. Any other dialogue. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in the Mayhain A Mayhain is a traditional restaurant or bar in Turkey. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Mayhain, meaning literally beverage house or wine house. Any restaurant in which people generally eat with alcoholic beverages. Interesting. Very interesting. Also, like, I understand that there is, by the way, a international phonetic alphabet, but I have no idea how to read it. So, I really don't. I'm looking at this, and it's M, backwards, capital E, J, H, A, colon, N, backwards, capital E. I don't know what that means. Mejhane? Meshashaba? In other words, oh yeah, I read this, right? No, I didn't. Yes, because Mayhain. I'm going to say Mayhain. Somebody feel free to correct me. Like, no, literally. Feel free to correct me, you know. Just, like, if somebody could actually, like, help me figure out the phonetic alphabet, that would be great. I really don't understand it at all. So, even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too, we all did. I was standing here at the counter as Meraid poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It's unlike anything I've ever heard. Whoa, I just knocked something over. It's unlike anything I've ever heard. Turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Miride, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant Host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn. At least as far as he knows. I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky. I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, true. You can very easily just see right out there, so very true. I think he would recognize, you know. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there, by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands. A black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, then the black mist again, until the change takes them too. It's the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Millil, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. Alright, let's go talk to Millil. It's an aura! I like aura. I was an aura for a little while. But I liked my, Mikote outfit and the hempen chemise that the Mikote get, so. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Miride's Mayhain. What can we get you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Millil, yes? I've heard that word before. I'm assuming it just means, drink. But still. A drink poured out as an offering to a deity, apparently. Also just a drink. That's interesting. Good grief, cats. A drink poured out as an offering to a deity. That's interesting that's... they're using it here as just a drink, but the word itself is specifically in, relation to offering a drink to a deity. I mean, there is, again, one of the definitions is a drink, but that one's listed under humorous. And of course, it's similar to drink, beverage, alcoholic drink, liquid refreshment, bracer, dram. So, it's just interesting that, they're using it in that way. We're investigating this so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. Here was one of your customers, a merchant, the first to underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thavnarian specialties. Where have I heard that name before? It's through him we met Matsya. Yes, the names ring a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnare? If I recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation in Yedlamed, and it was there you made Matsia's acquaintance. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. Oh, crap! That was Kalzal. What? Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet, as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would just ask one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all? Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them, if you believe it would help. What do you say? Sure. Sounds like a plan. The blasphemy unmasked. Ah, crap. So that was Kalzal. I was like, wait, I know that name. How do I know that name? And I was thinking about it. And then I remembered, Kalzal. And I was like, oh, crap. Shoot, dang. Also, I think I saw a blue quest when I was here. Which, I mean, it makes sense. I'm going to assume that this is, our actual, return to Thavnair, and that we're gonna do, the other section. So keeping an eye out for ether currents might be good. Amidst the apocalypse, Melil has information that should serve you well. God. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived there since childhood. It was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let us see where this lead takes us. Gra is now accompanying you. Again! I really do like this. I think this is really cool that, the characters now follow you in some of these quests. As opposed to just being like, oh, hey, they're already there. Let's see. After leaving the Mayhain, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Alright. I mean, if it's just gonna be asking for directions, I mean, I have a quest tracker, but yeah, I realize, nah, That said, I've been building a game, and I've been, learning how to do mini-maps. It's been a lot of fun. Down this way. From here, we ascend the stairs. As in, these stairs? Oh, yeah, because we're going around. I see. Got it. Yep. Well, Serene, see? It was a good thing that you stopped to ask for directions. Honestly, it really is. If I hadn't, I would have been, like, wandering and been very confused. So. This must be huge. This must be you. This must be huge. In which case, we should take the path leading southeast. I don't know why that was Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was trying for Donald Trump with huge. We're gonna build a wall. Is it gonna be huge? Hey, he's a horrible person. I can make fun of him. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Radz-At-Han at our leisure once this crisis has passed. It's gonna be huge. But yeah, I don't know why I went... I don't know why I went Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I did. I so rarely ever, like, do that voice, though. Because, like... I guess I just don't think about the fact that I can do that voice. Or, at least it sounds like it to me, so. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. I doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. That is likely. So let's watch. Let's look around for doors we can open. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. Oh wait, this is a guy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. I was just like seeing this, and it looked like an older woman, but then oh no wait, it is an older woman. What? Yes. Okay, this bit of hair I was seeing looked like a beard. That's why I thought it was. I do kind of wish I could look around more than this, but oh well. Then I could have actually seen her face, but if there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Sorry, I went through a few voice changes there. Always early to depart and later to return, he spends his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. My eyesight must be doing something weird. This, right here, this section of text, and no surprise really, what with how, looks smaller than all of the rest of the text. I'm like, I was very confused. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low. Man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. Now the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with his consortium, he was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you're asking, has something happened to him? He hasn't caught up in that terrible incident. My mic poofed for a second. I don't travel much these days, but my daughter told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now. The situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Yeah, I don't think I would tell her either. Not gonna lie, I don't think I would say anything about what happened exactly. Somebody turned into a massive monster. Could you come back another time? I just woke up. I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but great danger has come to Thavnair. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray, allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzel? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzel? I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. Haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Gina Baha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Gina Baha at Ruveda Fibers. That sounds promising. It does indeed. Now, I don't know if I can Ethernet travel while I have him with me. There is a thing up here anyway, so it looks like it really does want me to, walk around and such. So, I actually don't know if you can Ethernet travel while somebody's following you. Hey, we're good. I think that was, again, more Arnold Schwarzenegger than Donald Trump, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever actually heard his voice. I've just heard, people doing a mockery of his voice. I honestly don't know if I've ever actually heard him. It's just even during the 8 years that Barack Obama was, president, I think I've heard his voice, twice. I'm glad that Trump isn't president anymore, though. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics ran amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amrat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? That is a really good question. It really is. The heavens are aflame. Oh, over here. Before we go talk to the person, let's stop here. Discuss Ruveda Fibers. They're farming silkworms. This must be Ruveda Fibers, where we should find Jinbaha. That was a lot of information. Definitely worth stopping for. Still, that is one way to get silk, silk, I guess, is silkworms. Farming silkworms. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? I have a few questions I would like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we can speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Got it. Graha is no longer following you. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. And remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Of course. I would never purposefully cause damage. I know I may, not look like much, considering, I'm wearing a bathing suit, but, I am somebody. The area is for employees only. Out! Out! Oh, what's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabrifal by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manhua. And that massive crate there goes to Zemira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. We'll have a limited time to complete this quest. Alright. Transporting. Deliver the crate to Nabrifal. This guy. So that is it. And you've come to the right place. Thank you for your aid. That was simple. Ordinary crate. And carry to Manuha. If you have any crates of finished products, such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. Crate full of clothing, is it? Take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. And a weighty crate. Oh, frick. At least I just have to carry it right here. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing, that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. Crate full of fabrics, is it? I think this is... Oh no, it is a guy, I think. I don't know. Crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. I like that I was carrying it over my head. Like, that doesn't seem like a smart choice. You've carried all the crates to the storehouse, you say? And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest. So please return to Jin Baha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Shinabaha. Done as I asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You've done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed? We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day. But those of us still here saw it all. We looked at burning skies in confusion, and then before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. These transformations seem like they are like negative emotions causing them. I'm sorry, there's something you wanted to ask. Indeed. Graha will indeed ask you said questions in just a second, because I have to grab a freaking drink, because my throat is dry as heck. Indeed. You knew the merchant Kozal, did you not? I believe you had some dealings with your establishment. Kozal? I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. Aha! I understand this business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. Yeah. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kozal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Yeah, I was gonna say, so negative emotion is like causing this transformation. Enhanced acceleration. Woo! Not that I ever use that, really. Unless people are being annoying and stupid. And over pulling. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'll drop acceleration. So I can at least drop one freaking spell. Since it makes it instant cast. Grahatia is eager to share all you have learned with your companions. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared for the tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, thank you for your concern, and pray you too take care as well. Yeah. That's what I was starting to get to, was like the great, you know, emotion, the great despair, you know, was causing them to transform. By the gods, is everyone alright? I saw it. That terrible beast. Tancred and Stola sitting over here talking to these NPCs.
来ていたのね。そちらも話を聞いてこられたのかしら。
I have.
ああ、気になるところはおおよそな。みんなの集めた情報と合わせて意見をもらいたい。
That's as close as you're getting to me doing that voice.
ちょうどいい頃合いだったようだね。私たち一回りしてこられたよ。
That said, I think I tried to do English Alphino when I do his voice. Same with English Yastola.
じゃああなたたちの報告からお願いできて。
I don't like do it on purpose. But I think that's what I've been doing. Is doing English Alphino and English Yastola. So
つまり疑心獣になってしまったカルザール氏は自身の紹介のことで深く思い悩んでいたわけだね。
私たちが聞いた範囲でも異形の獣に転じた人は直前に強い不安を感じていたみたいだった。獣に追い詰められた人や、友達が獣になるのを見てしまった人、そういう人たちが連鎖的に転じていったそうよ。
獣に転じる条件は不安や恐怖、絶望といった負の感情を抱くこと。
So we just have to make it so that nobody feels fear, unease, or despair. That's easy, right? Right?
だとしたら、古の時代に起きた終末とも共通点が見えてくるわ。古代人たちは創造魔法が暴発し、意図せず恐怖を具現化していったと言ったでしょ。単なる暴発だったら必ずしも恐ろしいと思うものばかりが作られないはず。
Yeah.
けれどそれもまた負の感情とだけ結びつく現象だったとすれば、今目の前で起きている最悪と一つの線でつながるわ。
過去と現在の終末には相違点もある。それが創造魔法に現れるか、人や生物そのものに現れるかだ。理由はまだわからないが、古代人と私たちの最大の違いは分割された生命であるか否かだろう。そこに何か生き方の違いのようなものがあるのかもしれない。
それからもう一つ気になる証言があったんだ。カルザールは空が燃えるよりも前に疑心獣に転じていたらしいんだ。
Before the skies began to burn.
なんですって。それが本当ならかなりまずいんじゃない？だって目に見える終末の現象が起きていなくたって獣に転じる可能性があるってことでしょ。今は大きな騒ぎが起きていない地域でも、もしかしたらもう。
見ろ、大将様がいらっしゃったぞ。
that trap?
大主様よかった。
皆、本当によくぞ無事でいてくれました。予断を許さない状況ですが、ひとまずラザハント市内で暴れていた獣は全て排除できたそうです。他の村落でも聖戦士団の皆や頼もしき味方である竜が奮闘してくれています。どうか心を落ち着け、慌てることなく待機をお願いいたします。
大主様、パーラカの里はどうなっているのでしょうか。
Hey, Palaka's stand. I saw that on the map.
私の孫が昨日あの村に出かけたきりまだ戻っていないのです。
私もまだ報告を待っている状況です。詳しいことが分かり次第、皆にも共有を。
大主様、大変だす。
Uh-oh.
あなたは
オラはアキャリのマトシャ、
Matya.
漁師のマトシャだす。
Matya.
お前は確か最初にこの島に来た時に会った。
あれ、あんた方どうして。いや、今は大主様が先です。こんな不気味な空になったもんだから、オラ知り合いのことが心配でパーラカの里に向かったんだす。そしたら里の周りに見たこともない恐ろしい化け物がいっぱいいて。
そんな。大主様、どうかすぐに助けを。孫を救ってください。
もちろんそうします。ですからどうか落ち着いて。
落ち着いていられますか。あの恐ろしい化け物たちは聖戦士団の手だれでも簡単に引きちぎっていたんですよ。孫があれに襲われたらひとたまりも。まずいわ、みんな離れて。
Uh-oh. Blasphemy. Ah, crap. Another chain of transformations begins.
くそ、とにかく獣を抑え込む。
あなたたちは逃げる人の救援を優先して。
逃げるぞ、早く。
Uh-oh.
ブリトン様を、ラザハンを、どうか。
Oh crap!
しっかりしろ。二人のためにあんたは逃げ延びるんだ。そう、大丈夫。大丈夫だ。
Well, crap. Things just went from bad to worse very quickly. Since when did she know white magic? And they don't even like disperse or anything. They just kind of melt. Oh boy.
みんな、前を向いて胸を張れ。恐れることはない。この獣は私たちで打ち倒せる。
This whole scene, by the way, has been automatic.
聖戦士団はヤシュタルト・サンクレットの支援を。獣をこの広場から出さないことだけ考えろ。他の者は近くの者と共に退避だ。怪我をしている者がいたら手を貸して建物の中か仮想に向かうように。焦る必要はない。者たち決して皆を追わせはしない。
Freaking Graha, man.
アルフィロ、アリゼ、ここは俺たちで片付ける。お前たちはパーラカの里に行け。マトシャ、そいつらを里まで案内してやってくれ。必ず力になってくれる。
わかった。
あんたも言ってやってくれ。俺たちで救うんだ。一人でも多く。
So many thumbnails. It's like so many thumbnail possibilities. Many that I missed. Well, I love when everything goes completely to shit. You must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matsuya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Kassandra, I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beast you encounter. Elisei and I will keep Matsuya hidden amidst the trees and follow when the path is clear. No sweat. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Well, we are now on the other side of the map. There's Radz-At-Han. So, yep. I'm not too surprised that we ended up, you know, coming from this direction. I honestly suspected that there would be a pretty high chance that we would be coming from Radz-At-Han to get here. Oh look, a Terminus Snatcher. Remember when we fought that in the dungeon? Wasn't it one of the bosses? Didn't expect a boss to become standard enemy so quickly. That, like, I know that's a Final Fantasy trope where the bosses become normal enemies later in the game, but I didn't expect it to be that fast. There's a bunch of more balls around here, though, too. Or whatever these ones are. They're Asvatha. There's some kind of Moorball-like creature, so... Terminus Pursuers! Oh, and Terminus Stalker. I didn't see that guy. I didn't see that they were different enemies. I thought they were the same kind of enemy. Come on. I was targeting something else. I don't know what. But because of that, it would not let me, like, attack this guy. I know I didn't necessarily need to do that, but luckily there were only 2 of them. Not a, you know, host of monsters. There were just the 2. So, but yes. Also, if you didn't know, this is Tailkeeper. The thing. It's from the, Bajan resistance thing. I like the look of it. I know it, like, gets better and, like, cooler looking later, but it cannot be. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beast, but stay on your guard. Motionless villager. Villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Ooh. Collapsed cure. Cooling body has already begun to stiffen. Massive wound suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. Well, there is at least one person alive. The exhausted cure over here. Or maybe not. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow. His vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. Call out, but the man does not respond. On. Well, I mean, at least, you know, they didn't transform. I'm not sure which is better, though. Probably dying as opposed to transforming. Because I guess if you die, like if you transform, you don't even return to the ethereal sea, so. Have you come to help us? Too late. Too late. My family. My friends. Why? The horror! Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but the rest have been turned to beasts. By the 12. Let's do what we can to see if the damage spreads no further. No matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high. lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. We have Ethernet access to the Gate of Despair or whatever, Thevnir. Alphinaud is determined to offer the villagers what succor he can. I'm assuming this plays through Radz-At-Han. I can tend to the rest. Please look after Matsaya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Might as well make sure of whether I can attune. Yep. Cool. Now I have a way back. I'm sure there was a way back, but I have no idea what it would have been. Oh, Kassandra! This is Yeruviet, the elder here. He's hurt, but praise to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsuya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village, a flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they found their way to safety. Matsuya, do you perchance remember Quarasov and Mevin, the young couple who always brought you your freshest catches? How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Quarasov and Mevin bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. Saw them running towards the Gama temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Of course. No, thank you. The Kama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. Oh boy. Trying to, figure out what is a good stopping spot. Honestly, this might be the best spot to stop at. Since we, just picked up the Aetheryte and all. So, 196 to the west, you say. Oh, there it is. I was keeping an eye out because I figured it was gonna be close. I'm as soon as I see it, So, that's Svatha. Also, speaking of the Svatha, I should probably throw on my Phrygian headgear. My cap of casting here. Arrows card. That's... I don't remember which boss that is. And love shall find you. And love you shall find, rather. I really need to stop and sell all of these freaking cards. And of course I've got all this pewter gear. So, I just haven't decided who should get it. like what class I should open them on. Or if I should just open it and then immediately sell it, you know. Whoa! That was interesting. The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please, stay back! That was crossed off. Oh no, this is not good. I'll take a look. Please do. That cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Agama Temple. But where is he? Oh! Well, that's a pretty good indication of where he is. Once again, boss turns into regular enemy. Nope. This is what I want. And then a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And then some of this. Mixed with this. There we go. That helps. But is Korasov dead? Is the question. Dying. Man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I'm sorry, Kassandra. Tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is someone, anyone. My arms so heavy. And my legs, I can't feel my legs. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. Need to be with them. I need... Korasov, no, Korasov, you must stay strong. More time. I thought I had. I don't want to die. Thank you. Please find them. Mevan still lives, and she has a child. We must search the jungle between here and Palakistan. There's nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Forgive me, Korasov. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. Go backwards! I mean, this definitely looks like it's in, you know, ruins, because it doesn't seem to be a lot of, like, actual temple. You know, a lot of things have collapsed. Also, is that Oh yeah! That's Kajaya's footsteps right up there. How about that? Cool. But yeah, that itself is a Gamma temple. So... see no tracks or other signs of recent travel. Mevin and the child must be elsewhere. But where? Where, oh where? I mean, we're actually kind of getting closer to Palaka's stand. So that surprises me. You wouldn't think she would go backwards, but that's where we're going, apparently. Going back towards the village. Seems like we want to go, you know, away from the village. Terminus Shadower! I see. We are technically going away from Palaka's this way, so... I do realize that it has been over an hour, and I probably should be, like, ending this episode. Mevin and her daughter came to this area recently. You see no evidence of their passage. It looks like this quest ends right up here, though, since it's back to being green up here, so... or rather, since the quest itself is green up here, so... Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. Oh, gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mevin and the little one to safety. Meanwhile, in the skies above Thavnair.
ああ、俺だ。そっちの状況はどうなってる？そうか。了解した。ブリトラにも伝える。
Oops.
一度は落ち着きを見せたラザハンで、再び大規模な獣化があったそうだ。その最中で、住民をかばってアヒワーンが死んだ。うちの連中と兵士たちが今混乱を収めようとしているらしい。一方でパーラカの里も獣に襲われているという報告があった。それで戦力を分けて対応中だそうだ。あとは人が獣に転じる条件にも予測がついたと。あいつらが言うには、
恐怖や絶望がきっかけとなる。まるで悪夢ではないか。そのくせ覚めもしないとは。サベネアの子らには似合う咎などなかろうに。
そう思うなら、あいつらを守りたいのなら決断すべきじゃないか。ラザハンは今大使を書いている。 アヒワーンの望んだ通り、お前の正体を明かすかどうか決めるべき時だ。
明かしてどうなる。所詮人と竜は違うものだ。この爪は少しの力で人を切り裂く。このアギトもまた君たちをやすやすと噛み砕くだろう。
Hi, Esther. Kitty. Kitty, come here. Oh, you'll walk away.
関わり合ってこられたのは人を模した真空があってこそだ。そうでなければ恐怖を与えるだけ。異形の獣と何ら変わりはないだろう。
そうだな。人と竜は違う。だからフレースベルグと聖女シバは生きながら添い遂げられなかったと聞く。人は竜を恐れて過ちを犯し、あまりに長い粒子戦争が始まった。その中でニーズヘッグは俺の故郷を壊滅させた。俺もまたあいつの眷属を、あらゆる竜をほふった。人は誰しも人命を奪うことを悪としながら竜の命を奪うことには躊躇がなかったのさ。だが本当にそれだけだったなら、氷の巫女はフレースベルグの背に乗ってこなかった。竜の目を託された英雄が粒子戦争を終結に導くこともなかった。俺がこの槍を持ち続けていることも、それを星のために振るうこともなかったはずだ。俺はアヒワーンの考えなんぞわからん。だが長年お前と民をつなぐ役目を果たしてきたんだろう。そんな男がこの窮地にこそ願い出たんだ。あいつは信じていたんじゃないか。お前と民がうまくやっていけることも、それこそがラザハンに明日を引き寄せることも。
Uh-oh.
新手が来たか。
こちらの準備は万全だ。
正念場だなブリトラ。さあ蹴散らすぞ。
Heck yeah. When all hope seems lost. I'm gonna pick this up, but then I'm gonna end the episode since we're here. Matsuya cannot help but fear the worst. Oh, of course, the cutscene. Right after a friggin' cutscene. If Mevin fled deeper into the jungle, she and her children are in grave danger. Oh, whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. Child are in grave danger. You must try to stay calm, Matsuya. You cannot let fear consume you. Not turn into a beast like the others. This would not calm me down. You must try to stay calm. You cannot let fear consume you. Fear consume me? What are you talking about? Then I too could become a beast? I understand, I think. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find our friends? Find your friends? Things went really poorly in that regard. I see. In that case, let's hope you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Elsa and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsuya speak with Elder Yeruvit? Pray explain to him the situation. Join us as soon as you are able. I think I might be doing both Graha, Tia, and Elfino with the same voice. We will save Mevin and her children. We can do that much for Quersoff. Alright. Well, that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below. There is a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. To the east, okay. 130 to the east, so towards this mountain here. Yep, I see it. But yeah. There's also a link down below to Patreon and Discord. Feel free to come on out to the Discord, hang out with us, chat, things like that. Where is there? How do I get up there, though? Is the real question. Oh, there we go. Hey, ether current. Also, since I'm here, I can do a quick check. Yes. Stepchild. Cute. So yeah, I need to go over here at some point to Garlemald and pick up that as well. So there's that. But yeah, I think we're doing alright with the ether currents now. We've just got, what, 4 left to find? I'm sure they're somewhere in all of this blank. So, in fact, the next one is 540 ohms to the northwest. So, up here? Interesting. Okay. Good to know. There is an area up there. But yeah, with that, I guess that's it. So, I will see you all next time. See you later.